As you're planning your cruise, do you ever worry about things you're not aware of that would enhance your trip? Or ways that you could save money if you had only knew? Planning a cruise can be overwhelming, and sometimes for me, it takes away from the excitement of my upcoming trip. Let's explore 5 insider tips that can elevate your upcoming cruise experience. These are tips that are rarely mentioned, but you should be aware of them. Things that are so simple will enhance your cruise and going to put some money back in your pocket. Welcome back to Cruise Savvy. Let's dive right into those 5 insider tips that are not always advertised, but many cruisers may miss out on. Oh, and I'm going to share with you one common rule that I'm breaking. That's right. Stick with me for a few minutes. You will walk away with insider tips that will be valuable for you as you're planning your next cruise. Let's just start. Tip number 1, BYOB. Bring your own beverages. I'm sure you've seen or at least heard about the additional cost that comes with a cruise drink package, whether it's a plan to cover your soft drinks or your alcohol. It doesn't come cheap. While some cruise lines prohibit passengers from bringing alcohol on board, some actually allow guests to bring a limited amount of wine or champagne, and some even allow you to bring some soft drinks and water. Some cruises even have free drinks during certain events on board. They're not always advertised. So you have Royal Caribbean, Carnival, and Princess. They all allow you to bring on 1 bottle of wine or champagne. It must be at least 750 milliliters or less for each individual sailing. And if you wish to consume your wine or champagne in a dining room or a specialty restaurant or any public area, you're subject to a $15 uncorking fee. Yes, even if you bring your own corkscrew. So where's the free alcohol? So Royal and Carnival, they will both offer free alcohol or champagne in their art auctions and their top tier events. Princess will actually provide champagne at your captain's welcome. They have a champagne waterfall at a captain's circle party and also at a captain's farewell party on voyages that are longer than 14 days. And of course, the art auctions. I guess that's the only way they could get people to buy the art is to give them champagne. I don't know. Hey, comment down below if you've ever bought art on a cruise ship. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. I like the art and I like to look at it going down the hallways, but it seems a little pricey and I think I could probably get a better deal back in the States. Okay, celebrity. You know, they got to be a little bit better than the rest, so they're going to allow you to bring 2 bottles of wine during embarkation. There is a $25 per bottle uncorking fee. Look for free champagne, though, when you're boarding the ship, and cruisers get a complimentary cocktail at dinner on semi-formal nights such as evening chic nights and the art auctions. MSC. Forget about it. No alcoholic beverages are allowed to be brought on board. However, they do offer free drinks during the captain's cocktail party. They also provide you complimentary drinks during receptions that are held for single cruisers, repeat cruisers, and VIP passengers. Okay, Norwegian Cruise Lines. This seems a little steep. So you are allowed to bring in unlimited wine and champagne, but you have to pay a corking fee for each bottle. It varies on how big your bottle is. So you might have a $15 corking fee or a $30 corking fee. And also, even if you drink it in your own stateroom, you're going to be charged. They do offer complimentary drinks, however, at the Latitude's past passenger cocktail party. This one was a surprise to me. I didn't think Disney would allow it, but guess what? For Disney Cruise Lines, you can bring 2 bottles of unopened wine or champagne or 6 beers. no larger than 12 ounces each on embarkation day. And again, you got to hand carry this in. You cannot pack it in your baggage that is being checked, or it's going to be taken away from you and stored to the end of the sailing. There's a $25 corking charge for any of your wine or champagne that you would like to consume in the dining room. You are not allowed to bring your beverages that you brought on the ship in any lounge or other public areas. Disney will offer some free drinks at the captain's reception, which is open to all passengers during their formal nights on 7-night cruises or longer. One last tip as it relates to alcohol. When you're on board, you're going to have some duty-free shopping. And with that duty-free shopping generally comes a liquor store. They have everything that you can imagine, from wine, bourbon, whiskey, you name it. If you buy it, and they do usually have nice pricing, if you buy it there, they're going to hold it for you until your sailing is over. So they'll put it in the back, they store it with your room number and your name, and the last night of the sailing, you'll receive it in your stateroom. That kind of bummed me out the first time, but what can you do? If you happen to buy anything out at the port, if you go to Mexico and you want to buy some tequila or some rum in the Bahamas, whatever it is, just know when you come back on your ship, it will be taken and given back to you the last night. At least you have something to look forward to when you get home. Number 2, accessing secret discounts and perks, or maybe even last-minute upgrades in your cabin. Before you board, you may receive an email or a notice in your cruise planner that you have the ability to bid for a chance to upgrade your stateroom. This is fun, kind of like eBay, but be careful if you win, because once you win, you can't go back. So if you decide once you get on board that your room is in a location on the ship that you don't prefer, you cannot go back to your old room. You get what you get. So there's some risk involved. But it can be nice sometimes, because you could go from an interior room, let's say, to a balcony, or maybe even to a suite, depending on what you're bidding. Another thing that not too many people realize is that once you get on board, check with guest services. Because if they have cabins that have opened up because people canceled or didn't show, you may be able to score an upgrade at a discounted price, especially when it comes to suites or balcony rooms. Never hurts to ask, right? I'm sure you have all by now heard about loyalty programs. So the cruise lines, they all have their own, and you want to make sure that you join the loyalty program of the cruise that you're going on, because sometimes it doesn't matter even if you're at the bottom of their status, they will still provide coupons, discounts, exclusive events for you to be able to go to while you're on the ship. If you're not sure about these things, just go ahead and ask guest services, and they can point you in the right direction. Even if you're a first-time cruiser, signing up for the loyalty program can have benefits for the cruise you're currently on, as well as cruises in the future. So don't miss out on those. I will tell you that Royal Caribbean, they give all kinds of discounts. I think they have the best loyalty program out there, but the trick with Royal Caribbean is you need to know what those discounts are. What are they giving you? So you need to know ahead of time, because they're not going to give you a booklet. They used to give you a booklet, like a coupon booklet, so you knew what you had available and you could use them, spend them any way you wanted on the ship. They don't do that anymore. So you just have to know what the discounts are that you're eligible for. For example, I might be eligible for a buy one, get one free specialty coffee. When I go down to order 2 coffees, they're not going to automatically say, oh, would you like your buy one, get one free that you have available on your status? They're not going to do that. I have to ask them or tell them, can you please use my buy one, get one free? Then they take it off. They are not forthcoming with these discounts. So just keep that in mind. You can look it right up on their website, and it'll tell you based on your status, all the things that you're eligible for. Spa discounts, all kinds of stuff. Okay, we got 2 down, right? Let's move on to number 3. Secret decks and quiet spaces. Go explore your ship. you're going to discover these hidden decks and quiet areas where you can escape the crowded areas and you can enjoy some peaceful relaxation, especially if you don't have your own balcony room. These spots include secluded lounges, observation decks, or tucked away little corners in the ship. So I'm going to tell you what my favorite spot is. So my favorite spot to kind of hide away is on an Oasis class ship. If you go down to the running track on deck 5 and you go all the way to the back of the running track, they have some Adirondack chairs lined up back there, and you can sit there as long as you want and just take a look at the beautiful wake that's trailing behind the ship. I love sitting down there. Do you guys have a secret spot? If you do, let us know what it is and on what ship so we can keep track. Another one that I know about is on the Carnival Panorama, Carnival Freedom, and the Carnival Sunrise. If you want to have a quiet place to appreciate the views, sneak out through the forwardmost doors on deck 5, 6, 7, or 10. From the rails of these hidden forward balconies, you'll see the same views as the captain as you approach ports of call. You know you're at the correct door when you see a porthole window. They do lock these doors at night, so you want to make sure that if you're going to check it out, do so during the day sometime. Carnival has a secret little event that they don't post. They don't put it in your planner, and you just kind of have to know about it or stumble upon it and get lucky. You don't really know what day it is either, but you're going to have to get up a little bit earlier than normal. It's usually earlier in the morning, and it's usually at a sea day later in your week. But you're going to head down to the pool deck. Bring the kiddos with you because Carnival's going to put out all their towel animals all over the place. They have them on all the beach chairs. They have them up on the tables. They make little ones, big ones. It's adorable. The kids will love it. So the staff gets out there really early in the morning and they make all these towel animals. It's something that you really don't want to miss. And I don't know why they don't advertise it. I happened upon it on my last Carnival cruise. If you're sailing on Disney, if you're on the Magic or the Disney Wonder, you can go and look at these aft views from a secret lookout spot at the back of deck 7. What you want to do is walk all the way through the door at the end of the hallway, and you'll find a little known perch with lounge chairs. Okay, so we got through the first 3. We're getting ready to hit number 4, and I hope you have taken some good notes. If you have learned anything, if you're enjoying the video, please go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. I would certainly love to have you as part of our Cruise Savvy family. Number 4, customize your dining experience. Nothing is set in stone with the main dining room. Forget about the specialty dining rooms for a minute. New cruisers usually are just trying to learn the main dining room, right? If you go the first night and you're not happy with your table for whatever reason, maybe you don't like the location, maybe you wanted a smaller, more secluded, private table, just ask. Don't be afraid to request any special dining accommodations to suit your preferences. You're going to find that the staff is going to be more than helpful. Let your head waiter know if you have any dietary restrictions. They will usually ask the first night. But if you go in right after you board the ship and you let them know, then when you get to dinner on your first night, your meal is going to be prepared based on your needs without any additional weight. If you happen to miss your dining time, please don't stress out. It's okay. Just show up at the main dining room and they're going to fit you in. If you want to dine at a specific time, again, just ask them. They will do their best to accommodate any of your requests. Try new things. This is the perfect time to try something you wouldn't normally spend your money on at home or in a restaurant at home in case you didn't like it. Order multiple entrees. That's right. Order something to try and then order what you know you're going to like. We do this all the time. Things that I just have always been afraid to taste. I'll get one, maybe I'll split it with somebody, and I'll get to sample it. And if I like it, I've learned something new. And if I don't, it's okay. You're not paying for it. A couple cruises ago, all the boys in my family decided they were going to try escargot for the first time. Now, I wouldn't try it. I know, not touching it. But they all tried it, and it was funny watching as they went around the table. I'll see if I can find that little video of that. But some of them really liked it, and some of them didn't. But guess what? They tried it. Now let's talk about the desserts. The desserts on the cruise ships are usually phenomenal. And I can never decide. Do I want the cheesecake? Do I want the chocolate lava cake? Do I want the creme brulee? You don't have to pick just one. You can have them all. You can have two, whatever you want. Don't be afraid to ask. You're not the only one in this dining room asking for multiple desserts. Trust me, look around the dining room when you do it. You're going to see trays of desserts, people splitting desserts. It's a thing. Ice cream is also available if it's not on your menu. Don't be afraid to ask for it. If you're getting a cake of some kind and you like a side of ice cream, ask them. You know what? It's on the kids' menu, and they don't show you the kids' menu. So you can get ice cream and brownies and chocolate chip cookies a lot of times. If that's something that you like, just ask. They already have it in the back because it's on the kids' menu. Oh, and the same thing with chicken nuggets, hamburgers, hot dogs, that kind of thing. They usually also have if somebody is really picky in your family and they don't like anything on the menu. If you're celebrating a special occasion, let your head waiter know. Let them know the first night. If let's say your anniversary is halfway through the week, let them know the first night, because you'll be surprised at the special attention you're going to receive when you come in for dinner that evening. Number 5, book excursions early or independently. Popular excursions fill up very quickly, even if your cruise is a year away. If it's something that you want to do, book it early. When it comes to the excursion, be sure to read the details of the excursion because they're going to provide things like the total time of the excursion and the activity level. They're going to list any restrictions and advisements, and they will also include what to bring and what to wear. You don't want to sign up for an excursion that you thought you knew what it was, and then come to find out you have to climb 300 steps and it's 100 degrees outside. That's something you may or may not want to do. Please read those details. While excursions offered by the cruise line are convenient, they can also be more expensive. Now, for years, I have been preaching, don't take any excursions if it's not sponsored by the cruise line, because if something happens, they're not going to wait for you. That is still true. I have discovered that for a more personalized experience, you might want to consider researching and booking an excursion that's from an independent company, and it probably will save you money. So do your research though. Look for an excursion company that's been around for a while and has a lot of good reviews. Most of them will say right on their website that they guarantee that you will be back in time to get on your ship. If something happens and you miss the ship, they also guarantee that they will get you to the next port of call. Now, hopefully that won't happen. But there are a lot of other ways that you can go and explore. For example, take a look at this excursion if you're interested, let's say, to go see the sloths or the monkeys, right? Look at what Royal Caribbean is offering here. And then there is an excursion by an independent company. It's a little bit less money and it's a longer excursion, and you get to do more things. In addition to that, you're not being herded with the 100 other people from the cruise line to this one place or on this one bus. It's a smaller, intimate group. And many times it's just your family that is being taken to the sanctuary or whatever it is that you're doing. So it's more private. Another little tip when it comes to excursions, especially if you're a new cruiser. So when you get on the ship, there's going to be an excursion desk or a counter for excursions. And if you're not sure what you want to do, let's say you didn't book anything, but you want to do something, you can go up to the counter. Sometimes they'll have like an iPad where you can go through all the excursions. You can ask the crew member that works there at the excursion desk about individual excursions based on something that you want to do. it's nice because they have all done all the excursions. So they're able to give you firsthand accounts on what you can expect, and then you're able to make a better decision on if it's something that you're going to enjoy or not. The other thing that I do before I get on a cruise is if I'm interested in an excursion, when you're looking at your cruise line's website, they might only give you a couple little pictures or a GIF of that excursion. It's really hard to tell what it's all about. So I'll take the name of the excursion and I plug it into YouTube in the search engine and see if anybody else has posted a video about that particular excursion. Here's why. I have seen things online that looked great, and then when I saw somebody that did a video about it, it wasn't as good as it looked. So, but the opposite could happen too, and it has happened. I've seen it from another YouTuber, and that actually pushed me to go ahead and book a particular excursion. So it really gives you more of an insight on what you're going to be expecting when you get off the ship. I'm glad you spent some time with me today. If you are a new cruiser, check out some of the other videos that I have posted on my channel, like what to pack in your carry-on. There are making sure you know how to use your cell phone when you're at sea. There's some really good videos. There's some good information out there for you. So please hang around Cruise Savvy for a few minutes and see what else you can stumble on. Now, by exploring these hidden gems that we just talked about and these lesser known options, this is going to elevate your cruise experience, giving you more relaxation and unique memories. Keep these secrets in mind. You can enhance your onboard experience and make the most of your vacation at sea. Thank you all for watching, and happy sailing. Oh, hi there. You caught me. I just got finished recording that video for you, and my husband brought in my mail. And I have a new travel magazine from my friend Bill Wickham over at Crazy Legs Travel. Now, I just wanted to share because it's got all kinds of stuff in here. I'm looking here. It talks about, we've got Disney. We have information about Perfect Day at Coco Cay. I can't wait to read this. And as we were just talking about Princess, there's a whole section in here about Princess Cruise Lines and their new premier perks, their sanctuary. This is nice. This is a nice magazine. Thanks, Bill. Thanks, Crazy Legs Travel. And if you guys want to know more about that, I'll put Bill's information down in the description. Have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.